Hey everybody, it's August the 8th and I just have a quick update on everything. Um, as you may know, I had that kidney stone about 2.5 weeks ago, well, almost 3 weeks ago, I guess, and thought I'd passed it. And on Monday of last week, I went walking with a good friend of mine and started feeling some pain in my lower abdomen, lower than where the original pain was, and decided to go ahead and make the follow-up appointment with the urologist. So I saw him on Wednesday, and he put me back on the medicine that the ER gave me, and told me to go get an x-ray. And in the meantime, I got home on Wednesday after doing my x-ray, and I passed the stone. So the doctor's appointment was a little bit hasty, jumped the gun a little bit. I would have passed it that day with or without that visit. But the good news is it's out, and it doesn't look like there are any more forming. So they ran a bunch of tests, and we'll see what happens with that. My mom and I went to Schlitterbahn this past weekend. That's the other thing I was decided to wait and do this video till after that trip, just so I could kind of talk about how things were different. Stephen and I went 2 years ago for a day in like 4th of July weekend, just to have a little bit of fun because we hadn't been in a long time, and the whole day was very difficult. We had issues in the inner tubes getting over the little humps as you go down some of the rapids on some of the rides. For those of you who don't know, Schlitterbahn is a water park. Probably should have said that sooner. Schlitterbahn is a water park. There are a couple in Texas, and I think there's one out of state somewhere, and it's supposedly been voted the best water park in America or Texas or something for the last bazillion years, and it is a pretty great place to go. I've been a number of times, usually with trips with school band. So, but I haven't been since I was a teenager. So we went 2 years ago, and we had some issues. Fitting in the tubes was uncomfortable, not difficult because they're pretty good size, but just uncomfortable, and felt kind of self-conscious because we couldn't get over those humps in some of the rides that have like little fake rapids. But what I remember, and Stephen kind of blocked this part out, was that everybody was having problems getting over those humps. It's not just the big people, even the little kids were having problems. And the same thing happened this year. And I had chalked it up at the time to the drought that Texas had. But as it turns out, that's not the case. It's just, maybe it's just poor design in the ride or water level or something, because even after losing 100 pounds, since the last time we went, you know, we still had the same issues trying to get over the hump. And like I said, kids were having, like, we were helping push kids over the little slides. So that wasn't a result of size or anything like that. But my mom and I decided to go just to have a little mother-daughter trip, and we had a blast. And since we were going so late in the summer, the crowds were so minimal. I think the longest we waited in line was maybe an hour, but it was one of the big deal rides that they have. But everything else we got on almost immediately. There was one attraction we did, there was no line. We got up to the front after walking through the whole waiting area, and there was nobody there. So we had a really good time, and I was walking around the entire park wearing my bathing suit, and I'd bought shorts to wear over them, and they started chafing my legs. I guess that the nylon just doesn't react well with my skin after getting wet. So I took the shorts off, and I just walked around in my bathing suit shorts and my bathing suit top and my shoes, and that was it. Like, nothing else covering me up, and I felt really good about myself. And I know I still have issues. I've got like the wrinkly thighs at the top, and kind of some saggy cottage cheesiness there. But with all the other people dressed inappropriately, no one's looking at me. No one's looking at me. They're going to be looking at the girl with the big fake boobs who's dressed inappropriately, even for a water park. So after I kind of realized that, I was like, who cares about my flabby thighs? No one's looking at me. So we had a really good time, and we were there from open till close. Took a bunch of pictures, which I put on Facebook. You know, the pictures of me in a bathing suit are on Facebook. That's how good I felt about everything. So, but doing the rides was definitely a little bit easier, and some of the rides have a weight limit because they're double rider. And 2 years ago, we weren't even going to bother going on one of these rides, or at least not together. I was going to try and go on my own, because the limit for a single rider is 250 pounds, and at the time I was like 320 something. But I thought everybody always underestimates my weight anyway, and who's really going to ask what my weight is? But then I just chickened out and decided not to do it. So this year, I realized that not only could I do it alone, but with me and my mom, who's, you know, is a normal weight, we can do it together because the weight limit for a double riders is 400 pounds for this one ride. And we could do it together with a few pounds to spare. So that was just so much fun, being able to do all these things with my mom, and we had a really good time. My sister couldn't make it. She got this last-minute offer to go to Disney World for very, very inexpensively, not for free, but was something that she couldn't pass up, and she invited us to go, but it's too close to school starting again, and I don't want to be gone and then, you know, miss the last few days of my summer vacation. So anyway, that was really it, was letting everybody know that I passed my stone and everything should be good on that front. I do have to do a 24-hour urine collection test, which is a lot of fun. They ship you a big bottle and you pee in it for a whole day, except for the first time you pee for the day. You don't pee, I don't know why. But you pee in it for the whole day and then you mail it back, and then they study it for something. So I'm a nurse. I should know these things, but I just don't. So I gotta wait for them to ship that to me. I was trying to get it done before the end of the summer so that I wouldn't have to wait and do it during the school year and carry that around. But if it doesn't arrive in time, I'll just do it on a Saturday or something. Not like anybody needs to know about that. But that's the last in the series of tests that I've had to do after the x-ray, and they did blood work, and so then I'll do that and then hopefully not have to worry about it again. And then we have a trip in September for Labor Day weekend, so just a few weeks. We're going to go back to California and celebrate my grandfather's 90th birthday and my grandmother's 89th birthday, and it'll be like a huge family reunion. So I'm looking forward to that. Another plane ride where I can revel in the fact that there's like this much extra, well, yeah, about this much extra space in the seatbelt after I buckle it. So that was pretty cool too. So anyway, that's it for now. Talk to you later.